So Chrysanthemum was feeling very, very sad because of their names, right? They were all teasing her. She looked like a flower, she smelled like a flower. The rest of the day was not better. At nap time, Victoria raised her hand and said, "A chrysanthemum is a flower. It lives in a garden with worms and other dirty things." "Thank you for sharing with us, Victoria," said Mrs. Chod. "Now put your head down." Victoria doesn't really listen, does she? "I just can't believe your name," Victoria said as the students lined up to go home. "Neither can I," thought Chrysanthemum miserably.
Why to make chrysanthemum
That's what her mom and dad thought was a good name for her. "Welcome home," said her mother. "Welcome home," said her father. "School is no place for me," said Chrysanthemum. "They said I even looked like a flower today. They pretended to pick me and smell me." "Oh, pish," said her mother. "They're just jealous. Their name's not Chrysanthemum. And envious and begrudging and discontented and jaundiced," said her father. "Who wouldn't be jealous of a name like yours?" said her mother. "After all, it's absolutely perfect," said her father. Chrysanthemum felt a trifle better after her favorite dessert, chocolate cake with buttercream frosting, and another evening filled with hugs and kisses and parcheesi. That's a board game. That night, Chrysanthemum dreamed that she really was a chrysanthemum. She sprouted leaves and petals, and Victoria picked her and plucked her leaves and her petals one by one until there was nothing left but a scrawny stem. It was the worst nightmare of Chrysanthemum's life. Chrysanthemum wore her outfit with 7 pockets the next morning. She loaded the pockets with her most prized possessions and her good luck charms. Chrysanthemum took the longest way to school possible. She stopped and started at each and every flower. "Chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum," the flowers seemed to say to her. That morning, the students were introduced to Mrs. Twinkle, the music teacher. Her voice was like something out of a dream, and as everything else about her. The students were speechless. They thought Mrs. Twinkle was an indescribable wonder. They went out of their way to make a nice impression. Mrs. Twinkle led the students in scales. Then she assigned roles for the class, musical. Victoria was chosen to be the dainty fairy queen. Rita was chosen as the spiffy butterfly princess. Joe was chosen as the all-important pixie messenger. And Chrysanthemum was chosen to be a daisy. Oh my, what's a daisy?
Flower.
A flower. Oh goodness. Chrysanthemum's a daisy, chrysanthemum's a daisy. Joe and Rita and Victoria chanted, thinking it was wildly funny. Chrysanthemum wilted again. She did not think her name was absolutely perfect. She thought it was absolutely dreadful. "What's so humorous?" asked Mrs. Twinkle. "Chrysanthemum," was the answer. "Her name is so long. It doesn't fit on her name tag. She's named after I'm named after my grandmother. She's named after a flower." "My name is long," said Mrs. Twinkle. "Is it? My name would scarcely fit on a name tag." "And what is your name?" "My name is Delphinium. Delphinium Twinkle. And my baby girl, I'm thinking to name her Chrysanthemum."
That's
I think it's an absolutely perfect name. Chrysanthemum could hardly believe her ears. Chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum, chrysanthemum. Now Joe and Rita and Victoria looked at Chrysanthemum longingly. They're going to change their names to flower names too. Marigold, Carnation, and Lily of the Valley.
That's not good.
No, they can't really change their names. All right, that was our last story for kindergarten.
Kindergarten!